be a Tuesday.
I know, right? Hey, y'all. What up? What up?
What up? What up? What up? What up, great people? Of course, you know exactly who it is. It's your friend again, AD.
Oh my goodness, it is your girl D Gang. What's up, y'all?
Right. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us again
Sure enough, show you right.
on another episode of Twice the Advice.
That's right.
And of course, we are here to save the day. I believe that my wife had decided that we were going to discuss finding the balance.
Yeah,
So
that felt good.
okay, I think we're gonna let you. Take the lead on
I
this
take first
one.
steps on this one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm okay with
Go
that.
ahead, by all
right,
means,
let me-
please.
Let me get my curls
By
together.
all means, please.
All right,
please.
so actually, this topic came to mind because we actually took a back seat and paused on doing AD&D for a while because we needed to find a balance. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Okay, cool. So Honey's in here trying to get the kids to be quiet. Listen, we real people that do real stuff, that have real lives, okay? He works like 60 plus hours a week. I'm 40 in the hole every week at all times. We're parents to 6 kids, four and a half of which are teenagers. We're talking about finding the balance. People ask us all the time about this, like, yo, how do you do it? Like, man, you don't look like you got that many kids, or whatever.
Prayer, a lot of naps, and quickie sex. That's all I can tell you. That's what my grandfather told me. That's what I've been trying to stick to.
That's what you're sticking to.
I don't give a damn. Don't interrupt my naps. Don't interrupt my quickies. And I forgot what the other one was I said, but it's all good.
Whatever it was.
We are constantly evolving, constantly on the go, in motion.
That's right.
We have so much that we're responsible for.
Advice taken
on the day to day.
Hey,
and,
what's up?
Just trying to, keep things to where they make sense. Trying to be connected. So, what I will say is that it was rather difficult to find the balance initially, particularly for me. And I'm going to say that because I came from a lifestyle that I was very comfortable in doing what I felt was beneficial, or the minimum expecting the maximum. So it took a lot of communication to
definitely
to get acclimated with what it was that I was illustrating. And then after figuring out that I was kind of effing up and effing off, then it took for me to get the balance and find the balance in the median of, okay, there's no mines and hers.
Mine and yours. Hey, Brittany, how you doing?
It was more of
and David, I saw you.
It was more of okay, collectively, what am I producing? What am I contributing?
How do you pull that all together?
How you put that together? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like my car. I got my car. She don't hardly touch my car.
You can have it.
Grateful for that. And my rims are still brand new because she don't touch my car. And she's not really, into all of that. I had the rims and the music on her car, and all of that was like, she's like, no, I'm okay. I got something I can hear my gospel and get to where I'm going. So
I had a question real quick. Did you work on that together, or something that you had to work on within yourself? I'll take lead on that real quick. And I'm going to say it is something that we did work on together, but it was individual work as well as inclusive work between he and I to find that balance between where we stand, and then where do I stand, and where does he stand individually, and how does that all come together? And it was quite a science project to it was quite a science project to figure out. Listen, we had this conversation, you guys. Listen, welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to AD&D Twice the Advice. And if you are rejoining us, then I'm pretty sure you see that I'm missing a couple of things.
Yeah. Her head. Her hair.
My head is still here. The hair is gone.
Partially. She finding herself.
I was not finding myself. No.
Exploring some stuff.
Neither that either.
Decided she was gonna cut her hair.
And see, I'm not
very happy about it.
This is that.
She'd be pissed off if she came home one day and I had my hair cut.
No, I wouldn't. You know why? How many times did you change your hair and the way you wear your facial hair and the clothes that you wear and the music that you like and the cars that you like? And I just accept it because I figure it's a part of you evolving.
Okay. And you cutting your hair was a part of your evolution.
Yes, because I'm a better me.
I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, so I was pissed. I was pissed when she decided to cut her hair off. She actually told me. She calls me. She's like, I'm getting ready to cut my locks. I just want you to support me. And I told her, fuck off. I'm not going to support this. That's not how I feel.
You not liking this.
Include me in making the decision. So I don't think you're going to include me in the buffoonery of cutting your hair. You do whatever it is that's gonna make you happy. That's what you want. I don't want to hear it.
He was not happy about it.
I don't want to hear about it.
Just not.
Just do anything but yell or fuss. And that's how I've been sticking to my guns, baby. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna be frustrated. No, I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure that I'm in the right headspace so that I can handle my business at home. So I can get up and I can get well rested, and I can go to work and attack what needs to be attacked so that I can pay this shit in here and keep my refrigerator full of stuff that my children eat more than I do.
That's the fact.
Because
but that's always been the case.
People don't sell food stamps no more.
Nah, ain't none of that. COVID killed that. They're like, nah, we keeping our stamps. But anyway, we can talk about that all day. But truly and truly. You got it? You think they caught it?
I'm just, they know. It's the sentiment. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Oh, you tickled me to my quarters then. All right, so we're talking about finding the balance though. Seriously, we did our last episode video December or something or the other. He and I were going through it physically more so than anything else. We went through it physically for quite a few months, and we maintained the show, and we were on every Tuesday, and we were getting our butts handed to us the next morning just for sitting in our chairs doing the show. That's
what she means physically. Please.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Okay. Back in September, my husband and I, thank goodness we were actually by ourselves, but we got into a car accident, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it did total his 1997 Pontiac Trans Am. I'm crying, baby. But in turn, we ended up having doctor's appointments. We had to see the chiropractor. We ended up going through physical therapy. Several different MRIs, one shoulder, the next shoulder, neck, back, all different things. So we went through a ton of different things, and we were struggling for a while to be able to make Twice the Advice happen. But we are just as committed to this as we are to you guys. But back in December, we realized we were having some, I'll call it complications, just trying to make it all work. We had some extra house guests, and that was tough. And we were going through some things with the kids, and that was tough. And then we were physically going through it, and that was tough. And then he started a new job, and that was tough. So it was just a lot going on. And we were like, you know what? Let's
just take a break.
Let's take a break.
I wasn't really for it initially. One of the things why I was very adamant about ending the year a certain way was because I wanted to be able to
Start it.
recharge. I wanted
Yes.
to
Get
I
that
wanted
thing
to come
started
in with a
right.
fresh battery, ready to go. You understand what I'm saying? My game face on, my game plan laid out, and excuse me, of course, my team collectively on one page. Everybody ready and acclimated with what it is that we were doing, the expectations, the expectations, just see. It was so crazy how things were happening, and I just felt like it would be better for us to kind of like separate ourselves from certain circumstances. Nothing personal against anyone or pertaining to anyone, but for our own betterment.
Yeah.
I took the lead to say, hey, listen, I'm kind of the reason for this. So let me kind of rectify this so that we can do what it is that we need to do. And it worked. It was tough. It was misinterpreted to a certain degree, and it was a few misunderstandings. However, it was what worked out best for us in our household. And since then, it has been growth. It has been elevation. It's been so many different things.
And it's just the beginning of so many more levels to come. One of the things that I have always been an advocate of on behalf of my husband before he was my husband, I would always feed into him, speak into him and say anything that benefits you benefits us, and sometimes you may have to take those sacrifices in the beginning for the greater good in the end. And that has benefited us in so many different endeavors in life. And I guess that's kind of like where we're at right now, again, just in a different level of maturity, so to speak, really kind of finding that balance between being parents, being husband and wife, and
Yeah.
being people,
Being professional people,
Yeah.
not working for ourselves. And that was finding the balance in that within itself was something for me because I worked for myself and I was comfortable working for myself until people didn't want to pay people.
We ain't gonna go into it no further than that. We're gonna
Yeah.
leave it right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? God bless her and her mama.
That's right. Because we out
However,
here dealing hope anyway.
It is what it is. They maybe they needed it more so than my children who worked for it, or my aunt, or my wife, or me. But it is what it is. And because of that, man, even with that, the silver lining of it all, I was able to build a relationship with some other people. I've taken on some other endeavors, have sat down with some really successful people, my mentor, and some other colleagues and associates of his, as well as more CEOs. I always say I'm rubbing elbows with CEOs, and it seems like I just run into another entrepreneur, another business owner that is successfully doing what it is that they never even knew that they could, just had an aspiration. So in finding the balance, and I don't want to get off track of topic, but sometimes you have to do what you hate in order to see the value and the potential in what it is that you truly love.
And that's the truth.
Sometimes you have to really just stand up and be in position. I said this to someone the other day. A lot of successful people don't necessarily have the know-how, but the difference is they have the tenacity. They have the ability and they are in position.
They got the balls for it, baby.
So when you have the balls for something, to get up and make things happen, to make sense of a certain situation, to just get in there and
get it done.
Yeah. You have so much of a greater outcome and so much of a better opportunity of being successful versus the person that sits down and feels like they got it all together, or the person that has gone to school that has all of these different teachings. But who's a greater teacher than getting your hands dirty?
Yeah. I agree 110%. The way that I learned that idea and that concept, the way that I got there, it has been a little different, right? I always use the example of my husband and I have been together for quite some time, and we had some extenuating circumstances years ago, but we just kind of like made a decision one day. We were like, we're moving to New York. And everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, we're moving to New
Selling
York.
everything.
Yeah, we got rid of everything.
Sold her car, got rid of my truck, got rid of everything.
Yeah, we literally sold everything.
Selling stuff, giving away stuff.
Yes.
People were like, and it was like, we were poor as fuck.
Yes.
Okay, we were like extremely
Broke.
poor. Like, broke. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
and we were like, we are moving to New York. And so
people were like, y'all.
Literally.
What world do y'all live in?
Oh my gosh. And you want to know what's so funny?
This?
It's not even funny, but it's so funny because I think back on it, and his mom and my mom was like, child, I ain't going nowhere. I don't even know what they talking about.
And then we started giving stuff away.
Yeah, and they both kind of came over to the place and it was empty. And they were like, oh, so wait.
Oh, so
y'all serious?
Yeah. And we're like, well, we leave in 3 days. Yeah. And it was like,
oh my God.
3 days?
Not it, like when we reflect on this kind of stuff, it's hilarious. Anyway, pushing forward, we faced so much adversity coming up to the decision of the move, moving where we first moved to, getting to our final destination. We faced so much adversity just trying to get there.
We moved 3 times in 3 weeks.
Yes,
no, like it was, wait, in a month.
In about 4 weeks, we moved 3 times. It was crazy. Okay, but let me push forward and give you this. Okay, so it was a really crazy situation. I'm not going to go into the details of how we ended up at our final destination. But again, I told y'all we was broke. We didn't have any money. Okay, so I get all the way to this place in upstate New York I've never been to, never even heard of, don't know anything about. And I end up in the shelter with the kids. Okay, not happy about it. We're not married yet, so he can't come with me. I'm here in this place with these people I've never met, in a place I've never been to, and I have gone through so much. My grandmother died. I lost all my stuff. I don't own anything. I don't have any. I am like in complete emotional overload.
And I am running the streets.
Like nothing.
I am the complete opposite direction. I am the opposite in mind. I am in grind mode.
Yeah,
I am what's up? What's happening? Hey.
Yeah.
Just like,
all
you know what I'm saying? Completely unbothered. And I'm just like, whatever it is that we had, we gonna have it 2 times.
Yes. And I am still like completely, heartbroken and like mind boggled at everything that was happening so fast. Fast forward, we finally get our place. We're back together again. Things are looking good. And it took me a minute, but I got myself this job, right? And this is where I'm at with why I even brought up this story. Mm-hmm. My husband can tell you better than I could say myself, I am not a morning person. Okay.
But until we got our car, she was up at
I was up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was outside at 5 o'clock in the morning
to be to
catching
work
3 buses to be to work for 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I caught 3 buses. I was out of my house at 5 o'clock every morning, caught 3 buses just to get to work. Okay.
And she did that for about 4 months.
Yes, until we got a car.
She did that for about
every day.
4 months.
Listen, I got to get there. And I was there. And I just remember, every morning I would get there super early and I would walk in. I would say, hey, you guys, do you need any help with anything? Hey, you guys, what's up, Rita? Nice of you to join us. We missed you, girl. Hey, do you guys need any help? I'm there. The supervisors are there. The managers are there. Happy that they gave me a job. I was making more money there than I was at the last job that I had before we moved. I was just excited to be working. It looked like life was starting to make sense. I was like, let's do this. Okay. I was finally getting excited. Right. And so that same kind of focus that you have to have and just really have the tenacity, right? To really have the balls to just do it. Let me tell you something. I went to work every day and it didn't matter what they asked me to do. Okay. If they asked me to go to the 5th floor and then send an email to the 2nd floor and then run to the 2nd floor and check and see if the 1st floor got it, I was going to do that.
But I mean, like that still didn't, I mean, like they may not even understand, but it was the same kind of battle with getting home because she then had to get on 3 buses
to get back home.
Yeah. And she was getting off at 5 o'clock and she was getting home just before 8:30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
8 o'clock.
And it was like, okay, now I want to decompress. I want to shower. I got to eat. Yeah. She might have to cook.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
was
mean?
crazy.
It wasn't always just like, okay, I had everything in order.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
At
always
one
like that
point, and
though.
then when we didn't like each other, I was like, fuck that. I ain't
Yeah,
really give a fuck what she was
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
I wasn't trying to help.
And that was crazy too,
And that was crazy too,
that
because
just
I
made
wasn't
me
accustomed to
crazy.
that. Because if she said something, it was like, oh yeah, well, I got such and such, I'd be like, all right, cool. And then, you know, she looked the next day or whatever, and I'm like, listen, I went and I got you such and such and such. You said that you needed to do blase da.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah.
what it is I
He
came up
came
with.
through. He was clutch.
And when I completely stopped doing any of that, it was just like, so I mean, like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Nah, he wasn't
And I was
doing
like,
nothing.
nah, I wouldn't.
But let me
nothing.
tell you how crazy it was, because he did really kind of go into this world where he wasn't doing anything. And I just kind of made up within my mind that I wasn't going to allow that to have me give him kind of like that same thing. Like I really needed to do something different for me to be able to get to a place I had never been to before. And I'm saying that to say it took that same tenacity. Okay. And I got to this job and I started this job in like August. Okay. And by January, God had blessed me in a fashion to where I was making double the amount of money that I was making when I started, because I had the balls to get there, okay, to get up, to get outside of myself, to do things that I wouldn't have normally done,
Yep.
right? Trying to find the balance.
Yeah, by the time you went permanent,
yeah,
you was
yeah,
loaded.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's something that I've learned to be appreciative of, the uncomfortable times and places.
absolutely.
Your blessings are in your uncomfortable states.
And it's so crazy because our bishop used to preach on that all the time. God can't bless you when you're comfortable. And I'm like,
And yeah,
okay,
because
like,
to anybody, it's just kind of like, even as adults, we don't realize how spoiled we can be, because
yes.
it's I don't wanna.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like,
Let's not talk
I
about
need
it.
help.
Yeah.
Nobody guaranteed to give you a damn thing.
That's
So
the
many
truth.
times my mom has helped us. So many times my mother-in-law has helped us.
Yes.
But them times when they didn't,
Boy, listen.
man, shout out both of y'all. Because
If
it wasn't for that, you wouldn't
that was the
see what it is
push,
that you
yeah.
see in us right now. You wouldn't see like
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but like, we got plates made so we can eat. So after this, we can do our little 1-2, boop, 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 shower.
And shut it down, baby.
You know, I'm about to go up here and get this pillow some head. You understand what I'm saying? So I can get up in the morning and do what I got to do, because it's something that's got to be punched, and that's that clock. I got to go get this money. She got to do one and the same. We still have so many different things. These shirts, man, we got like we used what we had to get what we wanted.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've been in some very dark places, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You understand what I'm saying? I faced death.
Even though the both of us are true walking lights.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Don't doubt. Like, that's the catch-22 to having so much personality. A lot of times I've been picked out to be picked on just because of who I was, and I didn't understand it. And it was times people wanted to be nasty and shady, and I done had people sucker punch me and do all type of stuff, all because they didn't like me, just because they didn't know how to handle me. Instead of saying, "Hey man, what's up with you? How you doing?"
Well, listen, you think that's bad? He done had somebody sucker punch him. At least they hit him. I had somebody who couldn't get to me and made him lose his job. They couldn't get mine.
Listen, I got fired by the wrong agency.
Come on, y'all. We done got
you understand what I'm saying?
had some experiences. Okay?
Man,
so I'm just throwing it out there. We're really trying to find the balance. You know, we take all of these things. I need some of that merch in my life. Yes, you do, because you're a hope dealer, Holly.
Listen, in 7 days without prayer makes 1 week.
WEAK, you already know what it is. Yeah. But listen, really and truly, seriously, we have taken a lot of the battles, scars, the bruises, and the experiences, and learn the opportunities, and really kind of like swallow that down. And now we look at it very, very differently.
But we didn't take the front seat or the back seat to complacency.
That's a fact.
Like, we really had to like make it happen. She's done desserts. I've done dinners. Mind you, she started selling dinners first. And mine's popped off and took us to a next level, really sustained us. You know what I mean? And because of my culinary experience and being able to communicate and speak some Spanish, I was able to help us out when we were able to move, and we had to transition everything. She wasn't working. I was working full time in a Mexican restaurant, getting all the orders yelled at me in Spanish.
That's right.
On a grill that was pumping at 2,000 degrees.
And listen, and what we could say is thank you, Miami.
And you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was
you,
like,
Miami.
yo, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
We
you for
got to
that.
make it happen. We got to do I cannot call my mom again this month. I cannot call my mother-in-law. I cannot ask my brother.
And yo,
I
it's so
cannot do this.
crazy because we lost everything.
Oh yeah, we had our whole house.
Yes.
We had our whole house in New York in storage.
Yes.
We had another house here in a U-Haul,
packed up in a U-Haul,
and we had 5 out of 6 kids, and we were in a hotel room.
In one room.
And
And don't forget,
our car had gotten stolen.
Correct.
So the car had gotten stolen.
Okay, our truck.
My grill,
Oh my
which
God.
was
It's a whole situation.
making all of the money for
Yes,
us.
we lost everything.
I had it parked at a colleague's pawn shop.
Yes, it was
because
crazy.
That was the safest place for me to put it because I didn't have to be liable
Yo,
for
this is so
storage or
crazy.
anything else.
You know, it's so funny. You don't even reflect back. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Man, ain't nothing back there.
No, I'm just saying though, like we know that it's nothing back there, but I'm just thinking like out loud, like.
And
yo,
I still had to be the Aspen.
Yes, he
You know
still
what I'm
had to
saying?
be the word.
You still had to do what
and
you
I
had
still
to
had
do.
be the word. I had just started working at the company that I'm with right now. Like life was
It
crazy.
was crazy.
We had 5
And our kids were,
in-
for the first time in their lives, acting like they completely did not like each other.
Oh my gosh, it was the craziest time ever. And we kind of talk about it now. Like I look at it as like a real motivator.
Yeah.
Like every time that I've been without, I use that as a motivator, and I use that and allow that to catapult me into places and situations and circumstances that I never thought that I would be in before. Like this, like, you know, my husband can tell you, like, as much as I love to talk and I'm open and all the rest of that, I'm really an introvert. I'd rather be in my room under my pillow playing in my phone. This is a real circumstance and situation where I'm coming out of my comfort zone to really do this. But, you know, I know that there is greatness in it. There's a reason for it and all of that. But man, just thinking about it, like we were on our outs again. Like all the roles had reversed. I wasn't working. He was carrying it all. And man, things were so crazy. We spent some time like really like on the outs.
And we sat down and had conversations like, I don't know if I want to do this no more.
Yes. In the midst of all of that.
Hey, listen, I like you. You know, we enjoy each other.
Oh
I appreciate you, but I don't know if this is good for you. I don't know if this is good for me. I don't know if we need to try to continue
doing it.
Yeah, we could be causing each other more harm than we are good.
Yes.
And it was just like, man, and to look back and say, damn, son, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago. And it happened like
so
that.
Big.
And it was just like, okay.
Yes.
You know,
like,
it was like dominoes. You got to wash them all over again and just shuffle it. And the next thing you know, it was a different dynamic. It was something totally different. I was doing something I loved doing.
Yeah.
Hated my boss. Shout out to Dr. Dawson, DMD. Fuck you. And all of my coworkers that were great dental assistants. I was living my best life. At least we had a car.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I had to go back to New York to go get my other car.
It was crazy.
And
crazy.
The kids were going to school an hour away. I had to leave to drive an hour to get them to school, and then had to drive another hour and 20 minutes to get to work.
Only to do it in reverse on the way back.
And when I tell you, man, it like, if it wasn't for the stretching, the pressing, the shaking, the pulling, if it was not for that, if it was not for those uncomfortable circumstances and real life, real time action, things not being in our favor, not working the way we wanted to, not having shit, we would have been comfortable.
Yeah,
we would have been chill.
It's so funny that now, knowing that we've been in certain places, but like I look at certain situations and I look at certain people's circumstances, and I'm like, how are you? Like, okay.
And even like the growth, growth is real, but like the balance is like carrying a firearm, right? When you young, oh, you, man, who that is, man? You everybody know you got a gun because you acting like you got a gun. But then when you done been through some things and you know the importance of what it is that you're doing and how to conceal your firearm, you don't want nobody to know you strapped. You don't it takes a certain amount of discipline. It takes a certain amount of understanding and maturity to be in that spot to be able to say, oh, I'm a legal, firearm carrier. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to conceal. That takes a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, discipline, because even if it's an environment that you come from, do what it is that you've been exposed to, because you'll get yourself jacked up.
Don't get yourself hurt.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's like we done been through so much different stuff. Shit don't even really surprise us no more.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, stuff don't surprise us. Like, we cautious. We was going the speed limit on the highway and spin out on the highway and almost died in our truck together. And all I can do is say, boy, we done been through some shit. And it's like the balance in that was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a speed racer. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to and from in one piece. So we're going to pray before we leave here. We're going to pray about the day. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, appreciate each other. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Finding that balance, baby. It took for us to be without each other to truly value and appreciate each other.
It took for her to be without me, because I was like not trying to go nowhere. Right. But that's some whole other stuff. And I ain't going to be petty, because I would be petty. Yeah. But I'm not.
Because you almost was, but we
not I mean, I you know.
We're not going to go there.
Praise Jesus.
It's what you said.
All I'm saying is, you feel me? You just gotta do what it is that you have to do. Like, you gotta want that shit, and nobody's gonna give you nothing. The only thing people are promised to give you is hard times, excuses, and they ask to kiss. You know what I mean? After life, the only thing promised to you is death. So anything that you make up in between that, man, congratulations to you, because it ain't enough people congratulating people for the small things, the accomplishments, the being able to differentiate from who you were and who you are and who you're destined to be.
Come on now.
So that within itself is just like it. I hope that this motivates somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to get out there and find that balance for you, baby.
To just you have to figure it out. You have to figure it out. You have to.
I mean, I think about it like this. We're getting ready to celebrate 10 years together. Kudos to you, my guy.
Shout out to you too.
And really and truly, we look at it. Who we were 10 years ago looks nothing like who we are and who you see in front of you right now.
Telling you, because she was a hoochie mama, and I was an MF something. Okay, I was an MF something. And my little hoochie mama found me, and we done been a family ever since. I stepped into the role of a husband before I even knew I was ready to be one. Did not know what the hell I was doing.
And low key, y'all, let me make sure we clear the memo up. I didn't find him; he found me.
I didn't want no girlfriend.
Yeah, but you was in my inbox.
How was I in your inbox?
You tell me how you was in my inbox.
You tell me why I was in your inbox.
Why was you in my inbox?
What did you say?
What I said?
You was talking shit.
No, I said you was talking shit.
Oh no, I wasn't talking. Was I talking shit?
I didn't know that until after.
Okay, all right. So, like I said,
I didn't know I didn't know that he wasn't talking trash.
She thought it was a game. You know what I'm saying? I told her, I'm like, baby, don't get boomerang, because I'm telling you, I can throw you as far as I want.
You know, like, boy, you talking a whole lot for nothing. Like, you need to just be on quiet because you doing too much, man.
And now, 10 years later,
we right here.
She right here.
Where you going?
I still don't want no girlfriend.
That's why you ain't got now. You ain't got no girlfriend, you got a wife. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, we're not gonna take up too much of your time, but seriously though, go ahead and take some self-reflection time. Self-reflection time is super duper important as you evolve and mature in life. I don't want to say as an adult, but just as in life, to really self-reflect and find that balance for yourself from the person that you once were to the person that you are now. And hopefully there's a destination for the person that you want to be.
You're going to get tired. You're going to get weary. you're gonna come to a place where it's just like, man, this ain't it. And then you're gonna come to another crossroad and you're gonna say, this ain't what I want to do. This ain't where I want to be.
Yeah.
After it's not working, and then you figure out that you want to do something else. It's one and the same with life. It's just like, man, I done so many different things to where it's just like, I'm no longer trying to find me. I'm just trying to be great at it all.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first and foremost, I want to be a great husband. I want to be a great father. After that, everything else that comes along with it, I'm going to put my all into it because I know that I got my team supporting me and they're watching.
Yeah.
So
And
that's the
cool,
balance for me that just kind of keeps me where I'm like, here we go again. Let me go on in here. I'll let these people. I'm gonna put this uniform shirt on.
Yeah. But you know what? It's really great when you have a team. Like, it's funny. I was talking to my mom really random the other day, and I said to her, I say, the way that my life has kind of worked out is that my family, we're on an island all of our own. Like, we really don't need anything extra, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us, and now that our kids are older, they're not small children anymore. We got almost adults, but our kids really do, like, literally, not just because they're here, they motivate us. Like, they literally be motivating us. Like, my daughter will come to my husband and whisper in his ear, like, Pop, don't let the people get you down. Go ahead on, get out here, get this paper, and get back home. My son will come to me and be like, Mommy, if you need me to fix you something to eat, you let me know what's good. I know you got to get this work done. Let me know what you need. Like, they literally, physically, and emotionally support us. And
come here. You
yeah,
need a hug.
like, yeah.
Let me give you a hug. And it's
so,
like, wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely super, super, super encouraging as a parent, as a person, to have a team, and that team consists of our household.
But it starts with you. It doesn't. There's no doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And we were with our realtor the other day,
Yes.
and he said, I'm so proud of you guys. And it's funny because our realtor is our landlord.
That's crazy.
And he said to me, he said to my wife as well, he said, I'm so grateful. He said, I needed to be in this position to get to know you guys to this degree. He says, you guys are amazing people. He said, but I associate so many other people with everything else that I deal with when it comes to dealing with people.
Yeah.
I looked at you guys as tenants, and I now see that you guys are my friends.
Yeah.
I now see that you guys have so much potential, and you guys are going to go great places. You're going to go far. Yeah. Man, he got on the phone and made so many phone calls within that one day to try to help us
really get to the next level.
I mean, like 5 years from now, phone calls that he made, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They're gonna pay off because we've already kind of like put our heads together and said, hey, so this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story is, like, he said, oh gosh, how did he say it?
Which part? Because he said a lot.
He did. He said a lot.
I tell you what, though, it was very moving for him to say that he was proud to see that we were an intact
family.
He's like, there's
everybody else is divorced.
There's a mom, there's a dad, you're married, and there's children, and you guys are all in the same house. Like, that's the exception to the rule, to see it that way. And I won't lie to you. I've always felt that way. That the dynamic that we had was kind of like like the last of a dying breed. Like, you really don't see a lot of
last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, and we are really, really encouraging people, to push, because it works. And
people see what you're doing.
Yeah, they're
watching.
But we definitely. It was very encouraging to hear him say, and this is a older, what is he, Colombian, Brazilian?
Yeah. Yes.
So he's not even like, it's not like he's black or white or anything like that. He comes from a foreign country. He still has an accent, but he's like, it's so, encouraging to see a family. You guys are young, you have kids, and you're doing these great things. So it's really awesome. And I just want to take a minute and say, yes, you did hear him say realtor. So we're working on doing what we always do, which is going to the next level.
Making shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like making them folks that feel like we ain't gonna exceed their expectations fall on their face because we did it again.
I can't.
So
this is us, y'all. This is us. This is who we are. This is how we come. Catch us again next week, Thursday, for what, babe?
Oh man, you know what we're gonna be at? We're gonna be right here, same time, same place on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Doing twice the advice.
That's right. So guys so much for tuning in tonight. Catch us again next week, Thursday. You'll probably see something going on between now and then. I won't even say what it is. Let's just say you'll see something.
Just be on the lookout. You get a notification, you know what to do.
That's right.
IG, Facebook, we're gonna be there.
That's right.
Check that page out. Like, share, subscribe.
That's right. And if you haven't already, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe.
Tell a friend.
That's right.
Feel me?
Tell a friend.
Tell a family
friend.
member. Tell somebody. Send it across the way. Send it out of state. Send it out of country. It's all right. We down with that. What benefits us benefits you guys. We're gonna share that love right back.
And before I forget, we're gonna be I'm so excited though. We got a trip coming up. We're gonna be.
Y'all stay posted. Don't worry. We're going to share some stuff.
I'm so excited.
For merch, please hit us on our Facebook page. We have plenty of merchandise. We're trying to get some more things out. We have some more things that are on the way. But if you want a Hope Dealer, Hopelessly in Love, or
Selling Hope Not Dope.
Selling Hope Not Dope, or any one of our scriptural incorporated designs, as far as our t-shirts or even decals, holla at us. But we're not gonna hold y'all up too much longer. We're actually gonna tell y'all, hey, same time, same place, in God's grace. Peace.
Have a good night, y'all.
KK face.
KK face. Good night, y'all.